Yes, ma'am, it's visual.
Visible, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So good afternoon. So we will be presenting on Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam. This program has been launched and it is functional since August 2021. First, I will present the overview of our district. And this is our district is a coastal district and it is located about 220 kilometers from the state headquarters with a total population of about 27.67 lakhs. And this is mostly of agrarian population. So meaning to say that they are mainly dependent on agriculture and any chronic diseases. And the cost of treatment towards it will mean a lot to the population over here. And the district is also prone to natural calamities like seasonal floods, cyclone and tsunami. And here I would like to stress that once again, the treatment continuity of the chronic diseases gets disrupted during the natural calamities like this. And the other spots of tourist attraction in our district include the Nataraja temple in Chidambaram, the mangrove forest in Pichavaram, and the Silver Beach, Kadalur, that adds to the economic value of our district. And regarding the health demography, we have 13 health blocks, and we have the primary, secondary, and tertiary healthcare institutions. And the primary healthcare institutions are 71 primary health centers that include 20 upgraded primary health centers. They are 30 bedded primary healthcare centers, and we have 44 additional primary healthcare centers and 7 urban primary health centers. And there are 360 health sub-centers in our district that include 390 rural health sub-centers and 41 urban health centers. And moving on to the second. Regarding the secondary institution, we have one district headquarters hospital Kadalur, and we have 9 hospitals and 1 government Kadalur Medical College we have. That is a tertiary care institution. And about the burden of the non-communicable diseases, we are now in the stage of epidemiological transition. Here I would just like to stress upon one point to say that with improved sanitation and hygiene, with improved maternal and child health care, now the burden of the communicable diseases is slowly shifting towards the non-communicable diseases. And our WHO document in 2018, it states that nearly 71% of the deaths are mainly due to non-communicable diseases. So in India, it is around, it has stated that according to the country profile, 27% are cardiovascular deaths and 9% of the deaths are due to cancers. So the burden is slowly shifting towards a non-communicable diseases. And as of now, according to the step survey done in Tamil Nadu in 2019-20, it has been estimated that hypertension accounts for about 23.4%, and diabetes about 7.5%, and cancers, the prevalence is around 1%. And here they are mainly concentrating on 3 cancers: cervical, breast, and oral cancers. And the morbidity and mortality. So due to the uncontrolled non-communicable diseases, that has necessitated a separate vertical program. So we started to have a national program on cardiovascular diseases, cancer, diabetes, and stroke. Since July 2012, it is functional in the state of Tamil Nadu. But this screening for the non-communicable disease is purely facility-based, and it is an opportunistic screening. Whoever is walking into the primary healthcare centers or into the secondary care centers, they only will be screened. So it was a purely facility-based opportunistic screening that was happening since July 2012 up to April 2019 in Tamil Nadu. So then came the extension of that non-communicable diseases program component as Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam. So as an overview here in the graph, we have given the Kadalur district, we have 13 health blocks, and the pink colored block, that is a Katamanar Koil block, was the first block where the Honorable Health Minister of the state has launched this Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam program in the first block. It was done in August 2021. Then it was expanded to the rest of the 12 blocks in September 2021. And urban sectors were involved from January 2022. So what is a comparison between the previously existing NCD program and the now Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam means? In the NCD program, actually this Makalai Thedi Maruthuvam program, when we literally translate, it comes to reaching out into the community. So the trained healthcare providers, they will be reaching out to the community. What that was previously existing was, we were doing only a facility-based opportunistic screening where we will be seeing only the tip of the iceberg. Whereas now, since the trained healthcare providers are reaching out to the community, we can do improved screening as well as new cases can be detected. And apart from this, it has been found that the defaulters, that is who are dropping out from the continuous intake of drugs, that is happening mainly because of 2 reasons. This is based on study that was done by IIT Chennai in various parts of our state. So it was found that the dependence on the caretakers who are suffering from the non-communicable diseases, they want some caretakers or attenders to take them to the health facility. And also when they go by themselves, there is loss of daily wages also. So these are some significant reasons they have quoted us for dropping out from taking the treatment continuously. So when the treatment is not being taken continuously, it leads to poor control rate of the non-communicable diseases, and this leads further to the complications such as premature death and other morbidity. So next is the components, what are the components that are being done under this Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam. So first what we do is door-to-door enumeration. So since the healthcare providers are reaching out to the community, they do a door-to-door enumeration. They line list all the individuals in the households and they do screening. So by screening, we mean to say that they screen all the 18 plus for hypertension and they screen all the 30 plus for diabetes. And apart from screening, they will refer the suspects with high BP, that is, a value is mentioned as more than or equal to 140/90 millimeters of mercury, and high blood sugar values, random blood sugar value more than or equal to 200 milligrams to the nearest primary healthcare center or government hospital for confirmation and treatment initiation. And apart from this, under Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam, the volunteers will be referring the 30 plus females for cervical and breast cancer screening. They will also be referring the tuberculosis and leprosy suspects. And apart from this, they will be distributing the NCD drugs. Here we mean to say the hypertension and diabetes drugs to the already confirmed cases. In addition to this, under this Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam, other services like community-based palliative care as well as physiotherapy services are being provided. And apart from this, for the chronic kidney disease beneficiaries, continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis bags, in short, we call it as CAPD bags, are being supplied at the doorstep of the beneficiaries. So in every component, the beneficiary is reached at their doorstep so that the continuity in treatment is being ensured. And apart from this, under this Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam, we are enhancing the community participation and we create awareness about the non-communicable diseases, the importance of screening, the importance of the continuity of treatment, and the importance of keeping the NCD diseases under control through village level weekly patient support group meetings are being conducted regularly. So this picture gives the overall idea about the activities that are happening under the Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam. The first collage, we can see the volunteer who is checking the BP of the beneficiary using a digital BP apparatus. Then the second picture in the collage will be that of a community level physiotherapy services, where once again the Women Health volunteer is a part of it. And the third and the fourth picture where we can see is the known cases, already confirmed cases are being provided drugs in the drug boxes. And the next thing is the last in the collage is the checking of the blood sugar using glucometers. So the second picture will be that of a patient support group meeting where village level periodically the meetings will be conducted. The community will be involved. The defaulters will be asked for the reasons for the defaulters and then it will be addressed to. The main human resources and the logistics that are involved under the MTM are the main fulcrum of running this program are the Women Health volunteers. These Women Health volunteers, they are recruited through the Tamil Nadu Corporation for Development of Women. They are mainly self-help group members. So they are being recruited by the project officer for the Magali Thittam and they are being recruited currently at the rate of 1 per rural health subcenter. That is approximately 5,000 population and 1 per 10,000 of the urban population. Then these trained the volunteers are trained at the district as well as at the primary health center level. Then they are sent to the field to carry out the various activities of Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam. And the logistics involve the digital BP apparatus and the glucometers with strips and lancets. And apart from this, the non-communicable diseases drugs, especially the hypertension and the diabetic drugs, as well as the CAPD bags for the chronic disease beneficiaries. These are being supplied free of cost through the TNMSC, Tamil Nadu Medical Services Corporation. So a quick comparison of the various indicators before MTM, that is from the launch of the NPCDCS program till July 2021 and after the launch of MTM, Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam. So first is a screening indicator. Previously at our district level, we were screening around 30,000 beneficiaries per month. These were mainly the walk-ins. So this was what we were telling about the facility-based opportunistic screening. But after the launch of this Makkalai Thedi Maruthuvam, at the village level itself, the door-to-door enumeration and screening are happening. So in addition to the routine 35,000 screening that was happening previously, now additionally about 75,000 are being screened per month. So with the improved screening, our prevalence has also improved. That is, we can say that the number of cases detected has come up. Before MTM, it was somewhere around 2.1% only. Now it has come to 3.8% of hypertension, and diabetes, it was around 2.1% before MTM, and now the prevalence has come up to 4.6%. So both screening as well as new cases reduction has come up. Not only this, those who are taking treatment in the private sector, the list also can be brought, and hence a holistic picture of the district can be obtained after this door-to-door enumeration and community level services. And regarding the follow-up rate, before the MTM, it was somewhere around 70%, 73.5% for hypertension and 72.2% for diabetes. Whereas with the MTM and with the volunteers reaching the community at their doorstep and providing the drugs, the follow-up rate has come up to nearly 84%. And about the control rate, since the follow-up rate has come up, the control rate is also improved from somewhere around 51% for hypertension to 58% now, and 50% for DM to 56% as of now. This has happened over a period of nearly 1 year, from August 2021 till July 2022. And regarding the cancer screening, previously only at the health facilities we were doing screening, and now also the screening is happening only at the health facilities, namely the primary health centers and the government hospitals. But the referral in by the women health volunteers has contributed a lot. Previously, the cancer screening was only around 12 to 13,000 per month. But now an additional of 10,000 are being referred. The 30 plus females are being motivated, they are being created awareness about the cancers, and they are being referred to the health facilities. So since the screening has improved, this has reflected in the suspect detection also. So the cervical cancer suspect was previously around 100 per month, and now it has increased to nearly doubled up, and it has increased to 200 per month. And regarding the breast cancer suspects, it was previously around 190 per month and around 280 per month after the launch of Makkale Thedi Marthuvam. And the oral cancer suspects were previously around 1,100. Now it has raised up to 2,000. This is because screening is happening at the community level, and they are being referred to the health facilities, and then we are able to pick up more number of suspects, and early detection is also being made possible. And regarding the physiotherapy and the palliative care services, we have an exclusive block level team, and they were catering previously only to 5 beneficiaries per day. But now under the Makkale Thedi Marthuvam, every block has been provided with one Makkale Thedi Marthuvam vehicle. And because of this vehicle, they are able to move around easily, and they are able to cover around 10 to 15 beneficiaries per day. So the next round of service to the beneficiary is obtained in the alternate month itself. Whereas previously it was once in every 3 months to 4 months only they will be able to reach back to the same beneficiary. And about the continuous ambulatory peritoneal dialysis bag for the CKD beneficiary at the doorstep. Previously, we were not doing this service at all at the doorstep. But now with this palliative care team who are provided with a vehicle, we are able to provide the CAPD bags for chronic disease beneficiaries, kidney disease beneficiaries at their doorstep. And so far around about 3,000 bags have been given to the CKD beneficiaries. And this varies, the age of these CKD beneficiaries varies. As of now, the lowest age of the beneficiary with us is about 8 years. And a quick analysis of the MTM. Strength, it includes, we are deploying women health volunteers for this purpose. By this, we are ensuring women empowerment. For every health sub-center, we are having one women health volunteer. So we are additionally recruiting, and we are creating job opportunities. And apart from this, this is based on a link worker concept. They are one among the community. They are a resident of that community itself. So this facilitates the easy mobilization of the people towards a health facility to get screened. Because for screening itself, there is lack of awareness and there is hesitation also. So this is being overcome by this link worker concept, because the women health volunteer is from one among the community. And by this, we are able to detect the NCDs at a very early stage. And not only this, because of the drugs being provided at the doorstep itself, the loss of daily wages is being prevented. And also, when they land into some complications, they will be paying more towards either towards the tertiary care centers or towards some primary hospitals. So because of this query is being addressed, there is a reduced out-of-pocket expenditure for the beneficiary. And apart from this, after this launch of Makkale Thedi Marthuvam, we can also see many private beneficiaries are getting converted into government sectors. And regarding the weaknesses, there is attrition rate of this women health volunteers, because they feel that when they have a better job opportunity, they switch over. And the second thing is that there is a non-availability of combination drugs. We have only single drugs being supplied by the Tamil Nadu Medical Services Corporation. So the combination drugs, when the community, when the beneficiary feels that combination drugs work better, sometimes they switch over back again. And sometimes it happens that there is, especially during the start of the financial year, there is some interruption in the logistics supply. So these are some of the weaknesses, but this is being addressed too. And regarding the opportunities, it include periodic refresher training for the women health volunteers. And another.
Sorry to interrupt you. I request you please conclude in another 1 or 2 minutes.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. This is the last slide, sir. And regarding the opportunities and the current rate is we are deploying women health volunteer at the rate of 1 per rural health subcenter and 1 per 10,000 urban population. Instead of that, when they are deployed at a rate of 1 per 1,000 population, both in rural and urban area, the quality of service and the more attention towards the community can be improved. And apart from this, recruitment of one medical supervisor exclusively for this WHP will be improving their quality of services also. And about the threat, when the beneficiary avails services, both under Makalekeri Markum as well as at the health facility, then sometimes it may lead to shortage of logistics, especially the drugs. And the second thing is the passivity. Though the WHPs are trained to refer the beneficiaries with high BP and high blood sugar values, suppose if they feel that they are asymptomatic so that they can refer it later, the mere program planning will collapse because the early screening, early detection, early referral concept may collapse. So this is some of the threat we feel. So thank you, sir, for the time.
Jury members.
Thank you, ma'am, for comprehensively covering the health infrastructure in your state. But I would like to know whether IU system has been introduced in as a first line of treatment in your state.
Sir, Ayush is supplementary, sir. We are also promoting, sir. We are promoting yoga and wellness sessions, sir, especially on Tuesdays, on antenatal week, the antenatal care days. And also we are promoting yoga and wellness, but it's not a primary thing, sir. It is a supplementary thing that is happening, sir. At the block PHCs, we have Ayush units, sir, that are functional. And most of our chronic disease patients with OA, knees and all, they are being referred to the Ayush clinics for the external applications, sir. So it is a supplementary thing, sir.
And what about the pathological tests like lipid profile and all that, which can fix the reason for high blood pressure?
Sir, yes, sir. Actually, once in every 3 months, sir, these beneficiaries, for whenever the drugs are being supplied, they are checked for their random blood sugar. Once in every 3 months, they are advised to undergo fasting and postprandial blood sugar. And once in every 6 months, they are advised to undergo serum creatinine test. To look at the renal impairment. And once in a year, all the known non-communicable disease cases, they are advised to go to the nearest PHC or GH to get their total cholesterol checked, sir. It's happening now in all the PHCs and GH, sir.
Okay. Thank you, please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for a very good presentation, and your data and your presentation skill is also very good. Thank you. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Myself, Pundalik Kanwal from Directorate of Minorities. It's working under Department of Minority Welfare Department. The main presentation is regarding. Yes. We have established a Minority Welfare Department control room and helpline to assist the minority people. The main of the department is to ensure a more focused approach towards issue relating to the notified minority communities, which are notified under Minority Commission Act. They are Muslims, Christian, Jain, Baudh, Sikh, Parsi. The department, the main vision to enable all the minority community people to lead a productive life with equal opportunities in the field of socio-economic as well as in education field. The mandate of the department is to include planning, coordination, evaluation, and implementation of the development programs for the benefit of the minority communities. The main function of the department to introduce schemes to promote accelerated socio-economic development of the minorities. Based on that, we have established a Minority Welfare Department control room at our directorate. It is in Bengaluru, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad Bhavan. Here it is a 24/7 helpline. The number is 827774 and main vision of the helpline is to the department where the voices of the citizens are heard and taken into account and the rights are realized and protected. Being a government department, the government department as well as the executives are accountable to people. In that way, the executive are not able to reach every single citizen of the particular community, considering our department. So our helpline works as a window to reach the people, and it acts as a bridge between the citizen and the department. And our motto is to, and mission is to, our mission is to serve the minority people to get benefit from the department and the government, and we are committed to assisting the people who are in need of department services. And about the main thing about this helpline is to provide dissemination of information of the schemes which are run by the department, and to redress their grievances. They can approach the helpline by calling us to that number. And the main concept behind this is the department offers several welfare schemes, from scholarship to national overseas scholarship schemes, and educational, institutional, residential schools, day schools, residential hostels, and the protection of work properties, many things. To disseminate information about this, we established a helpline. This includes the student scholarships, loan for minority citizens, and we provide information to minorities on the available schemes, and troubleshoot the technical issues who face during the application process, or to get benefits during the getting benefits stage. As a department is a public facing department which has to enable lakhs of beneficiaries a dedicated helpline we need. For example, if you take a scholarship scheme, around 12 lakh people apply for the scholarship scheme. This is national scholarship scheme and state scholarship scheme. To tackle the technical issues of the student, this helpline, they submit their queries. We solve technically, as well as we support them how to apply, what are the documents required, and where they are stuck. Are their Aadhaar card seeded with account? Like that, we support us, and it speeds up the process of benefits delivery. That is a timely implementation and timely delivery of the government services, and it reduces the burden on the department, and it makes more accountable and transparent to the people. And helpline also act as a control room on emergency situations and trouble, and speeding the positivity. And a public relations center, behalf of the minority welfare department, respond the public grievances, feedback, to build a positive public opinion and confidence. We can take feedback from the people to revise or improve our schemes. How we handle the scheme is, our primary responsibility is to listen and assist and guide and create a goodwill and positive image, acting as a front desk of the minority. And if the information is available with us, within a 30 minutes, we provide information required by the citizen with a docket number. And if the issue is actionable, it needed time, we will transfer that to the next higher authority. And there are in our department, there are total 8 wings running in the minority welfare department. That is, one is a directorate of minority, where you run the socio-economic development schemes like residential schools, residential hostels, and day schools, and community development schemes like providing funds for the construction of community halls. Like that, we have Karnataka Minority Development Corporation that gives loan to the minorities for skill enhancing, or to set up small scale industries, and to provide agriculture loans, to set up borewell facilities like Ganga Kalyana, like that. And we have a Karnataka State Minority Commission. It is based on the legal act of Minority Commission Act that upholds the legal rights of the minorities. And we have a work board to protect the work properties, and we have a Hajj committee for the Hajj pilgrimage, and we have Urdu Academy to protect the Urdu language and literature, and we have a State Work Council and Women Foundation. And all these wings, whatever query we receive from these wings, will handle in a scientific manner with a software. We have a CRM software that is customer relation management software. Through that, if you get a call or a WhatsApp or a Facebook or a email, we generate a docket, we follow up to the level until it is resolved. We keep pending until we take a feedback from the citizen. If citizen says okay, then only we close the docket. Such a sophisticated and scientific grievance handling system we have developed for the welfare of the minorities. And in the this helpline works 24/7. This is a working setup. We have a 3 shift: shift A, shift B, and shift C. And it is headed by a general manager. Me myself a general manager. We have a 3 shift officers A, B, C. Shift A runs from 6:30 to 2:30. B from 2:30 to 10 p.m. and shift C from 10 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. And in a single shift, we have a shift officer. He's a group B officer and a team leader and deputy team leader and 10 executive to handle the calls and queries. The workflow is like that. When a person receives a call, he writes the docket. If it is actionable at a instant, they will resolve or they will forward it to the concerned higher officers. This is the flow chart. We received a call. If issue can be resolved, yes, docket raised and issue resolved. If no, docket raised and concerned department or wings or officer, they contact. If it is actionable or it should be the information available instantly, they will give us. And we made the dockets timelines, 7 days, 30 days. We made a timeline like that. For a sample queries, I can show you that we run a residential school from 6 to 10 standard, around 134 residential school we have. If a student or a parent call to us, the query is like in MDRS school of Hassan, hygiene food is not provided, and also there is no proper maintenance of the toilets. If the query is like that, what our people will do is they get the complete information about the school. They, after generating the docket, they call the school principal and take the information. If there is any proof from the citizen, they will ask and get the proof from the citizen, like photos or any information. They raise the docket and they intimate that to the district officer. He himself means he will go visit the school and find out the fault. If the DO inspect, if it is everything fine, we'll give a reply with proper photos and explanation. If not, the DO has to set the right things with the coordination with the principal. So like that, we provide hygiene and water sanitation and good food to the schools. Any single mistake from our side can be heard from any student or as well as the parents. In work issues also, any property to be protected or any institution, the appointment of Mutawalli, some work institution has not appointed his CEO, some queries are raised, that also we handled and we appointed in time. And for the loan, Sharm Shakti loan, the applicant asked not selected for the not selected by the selection committee. Why it is not selected? He asked. We have collected his application ID. We checked the status and we informed him that why he has not selected, because selection committee is headed by MLA. He selected based on his constituency this thing. So like that, we attend the complaints from WhatsApp or from Twitter. We have Twitter handle, we have Telegram, we have Insta, and we have Facebook. And till now, means it is inaugurated by the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Sri Basavaraj Bommai, and it was started last year July. Till now, we have reached means we have generated 90,940 dockets. In that, we have resolved 90,739 dockets. So number of pending dockets are 201 till today. This is the progress. In that case, to show accountability from the government and to reach the maximum people, Karnataka state has maximum around 1 crore people who have minorities, considering the 6 communities. So this is the 1 lakh, means we have reached 10% of the people. This is the social inclusion as well as digital inclusion, as well as it is the moreover the accountability of the government towards the citizens. Here we have divided the queries wings wise. Directorate of Minority receives means total 56,000 from the Directorate of Minorities, because most of the development schemes are run by the Directorate of Minorities, including maybe scholarship, foreign scholarship, and fellowship for the PhD student, incentives for SLC and PEC toppers, hostels, schools, and construction of school buildings and all. So this is the wing wise dockets. And we also bifurcate the dockets or complaints district wise. This is the district wise data. And we also conduct a monthly open house meeting to the citizen. This is the QR code. They can means they can enroll for the debate or a open house meeting. Every third Saturday we conduct a open house citizen suggestion and feedback meeting, where we can collect feedback or any complaints or any grievance from the people. And if it is means it is useful for us for the framing the schemes or any new development schemes for the minorities, it will be helpful. And for conducting this open meeting and grievance addressal in this scientific manner, we have reduced means we have increased the speed of the service delivery, and we reduce the complaints on the officers or on the service delivery facilities like taluk level officers, district level officers, and hostel wardens. And what may be the scheme. So complaints also we have reduced, and we have more people centric. In that this motto, minority welfare department is working, and the total 60% of the state population are minorities. So bring the minorities into the mainstream is a same motto. In that way, we have developed this 24/7 helpline to make people more inclusive. Finally, the Mahatma Gandhi said that civilization can be judged on the how we treat its minorities. In that way, the Karnataka government is proactive towards the welfare of the all people. Even for social welfare, backward class, it is giving more schemes in the same manner. It also providing benefits to the minorities in the state. Thank you all, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for covering all aspects of minorities welfare in your state. But sometimes it has been found that particularly women, children, they are not fully aware about their rights, about their entitlements. So what system have you put in place?
For that, we have advertised this number throughout the Karnataka, as well as we organize that Arivu program. This scheme awareness program we conduct in every taluks and every districts. There we showcase the number also and the benefits what they are getting, both legal as well as government development benefits. We organize awareness programs taluk wise and district wise.
Okay. Then the enrollment for their entitlements might have gone up.
Yes, sir. From comparing 2-3 years back, around means we have 134 residential school and 200 day schools. Together we have a sanction strength of 1,20,000. Earlier it was the enrollment of the student was around 60,000. Now it is 1 lakh student studying in 40,000 students are studying in residential school, and 50,000 students are studying in day schools. And in scholarship section scheme also, earlier 2-3 years back there were enrollment of only 7 to 8 lakh students. Right now this 22-23 and 21-22 12 lakh students are enrolled for the scholarship schemes.
Okay, good. Thank you, sir.
Excellent presentation and very good work. And the data you have presented is really really good, and it reflects what is the outcome and how aggressive the state is to address the problems of minorities. So thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Excellent.
This meeting is being recorded.
Today I will be presenting on the warehouse management solution which has been launched in Odisha State Warehousing Corporation. Sir, as you know, Government of Odisha under the leadership of the Chief Minister. Good afternoon, sir.
This meeting is being recorded.
Sir, today I will be presenting on the warehouse management solution which has been launched by Odisha State Warehousing Corporation. Sir, as you know, Government of Odisha under the leadership of Honorable Chief Minister Shri Naveen Patnaik have launched 5T mission. The 5 components of that 5T mission is transparency, technology, teamwork, time, and transformation. The most important aspect of this 5T mission is the transformation. So e-governance is the most vital part of the good governance which has been launched by Government of Odisha. As a part of that mission, we have also launched warehouse management solution in Odisha State Warehousing Corporation. Sir, Odisha State Warehousing Corporation was constituted in the year 1958 under Agricultural Produce Development and Warehousing Corporation Act 1956, which was again brought under the purview of Warehousing Corporation Act 1962. So we are managing 69 warehouses in the state across the state in all the 30 districts. So we are providing warehouse and logistics service and related activities in different districts of the state. We are managing all the warehouses in a scientific manner so that the damage to the stored materials is minimized, and the best benefit is given to the customers who have kept their commodities in our warehouses. So we are managing it in a state-of-the-art technology, and we are providing all logistic support. We are also providing handling and transportation service to the customers who have kept their commodities in our warehouses. And one thing, in the year 1968, there is a commission, Dr. V.G. Panse Commission, which has studied that post-harvest losses are to the extent of approximately 10%, that is 9.33%. And after implementation of the scientific storage facility in different states, it has come down to 0.33%. So all our warehouses in the state are scientifically managed, and we are providing best services to the food grains preserved by the customers, like Food Corporation of India and Odisha State Civil Supply Corporation. Also, private customers are also keeping their commodities inside our warehouses. We are also keeping fertilizers, pesticides, oil seeds, groundnuts, and a lot of food commodities and non-agricultural commodities are also being preserved in our warehouses. So all the whole state is covered by our corporation. You can see the red symbols where we have our own warehouses. Only we have one hired warehouse at Bargarh. We have 69 warehouses where 5,31,000 and 400 metric ton agricultural and non-agricultural commodities are being stored. So this is just one photo of our scientifically managed warehouse where it has been preserved properly, and we provide preservation facilities by giving scientific management. We take prophylactic treatment of the agricultural commodities. We also take curative treatment. So after storage of the agricultural commodities, we normally treat them with the delta methane for pest P management, and also we compulsorily give pre-monsoon fumigation of all the commodities who are stored in our warehouses. So for the we had made a vision for digitization of the management of the corporation. So these are the key benefits out of this digitization. It reduces the redundancy of making multiple entries in different registers. We are managing now, beforehand we were managing 26 registers. All the entries were made in different registers manually. Now it will be reduced, and there will be no human intervention. So everything will be digitized in the computer system. And we are hoping to have it in a paperless system. All the systems, all the information we can get in the click of the mouse. So it will lead to increase in transparency, that everything is stored, every management in every warehouses can be monitored by the head office. We can see it in the dashboard. So there will be a standardized process so that every warehouse will go in one process, and we can get the report in one click. So we can see everything operated in the warehouses in different places of the state. So at centrally, we can monitor everything. Sitting in the head office, we can see how many stocks are there, how many trucks have entered into our warehouses, and how many are being dispatched, what is the amount dispatched, what is being stored. Everything can be monitored from here in the dashboard sitting in the head office. So these are the basic benefits we are getting. So a complete digitized replica of the entire procedure followed in warehouses is more and centralized access to data. We can have the data here at sitting in the head office. We can have access to data. Earlier, we are unable to know. So it is a big state starting from Malkanagiri to Sundargarh and Mayurbhanj. So we are unable to know what is the amount of the quantity of agricultural commodity or any other commodity is being stored, how many trucks have entered. So but here we can see the centralized data. We have the access to the centralized data, how it is being stored and how it is being managed, whether we have taken the preservation part, we have maintained it properly, whether treatment has been made, whether fumigation has been made, delta methane is used or not. Everything we can monitor here. We can also see how the employees are working, how many employees are working. And the most important part is the accounts and billing part can be handled here at the head office, and it can be, the bill can be produced by click of a button. So, and at the same time also, we can go for engineering and maintenance. They can send a requisition for maintenance and construction of warehouses. So here we can get it approved and issue the go ahead letter so that maintenance and construction work can be carried on accordingly. So these are the modules we have created in the warehouse management solution. These are so many modules. There will be a dashboard, warehouse management, go down management, key management, space reservation. Anybody can see what is the quantity of space available, how they will apply. They will go. They can see stack management. We can see here how the stack is managed, what portion of stack is complete and what is left behind, and whether it has been standardized or not, and what is the stock we have received and what stock we have issued. So preservation part, money management, internal management, asset management, everything can be monitored from here from the central office, and no need for going to the spot to see whether it is being managed or not. So we at the centrally we can monitor everything. So handling and transportation, how the trucks are coming, how it is the laborers are working, whether the transportation is being done properly, whether the stacks are standardized. Everything can be monitored from here from the head office. So this is the process workflow. So there are 5 modules. So first, when a truck or any carrier comes to the warehouse, it has to come through the deposit application form. In the gate in, everything is recorded, the number of the truck and from where it has come, what is the quantity of stock it has brought. So there must be a record. So when it enters the gate, so in the gate in process, everything is recorded. Then it is being weighed, and quality is measured by whether what is the moisture content, what is the quality of the stock. So, and after that, it is taken to the staff, and then the empty truck is weighed in the weigh bridge, and the get out receipt is given. So this is the transportation part. Again, after taking onto the stack, there are internal movement from one stack to another stack, from one compartment to another compartment, and it is being standardized. The third aspect is preservation. 2 types of preservation, that is one is prophylactic and another is curative. So in prophylactic, we use delta methane, and also we make fumigation, pre-monsoon fumigation, so that all the commodities are pest free and it is not damaged, and the loss content is minimal. So it should be within the stipulated prescribed limit of 0.135%. So now the loss percentage is within the limit after scientifically management of all these warehouses. Then there are inspections. There are general inspections by senior officers of the corporation, and there are also technical inspections made by the authorities who have kept their commodities inside our warehouses. Like FCI is sending their technical team to see whether the technical standard is being maintained, whether it is being made pest free, and whether all the products are kept in a hygienic manner. And also other corporations like Odisha State Civil Supply Corporation, they are also sending their quality team, and they have also deployed their manpower at the warehouses so that it can be constantly monitored. And then the delivery order. When an empty truck enters, it has to be recorded in the gate. The empty truck is weighed in the weigh bridge. Then commodity is taken away from the truck and its quality is checked. And after the loading of the truck, the weighment is made and the get out receipt is issued. So these are very scientifically managed regarding preservation, regarding handling and transportation, regarding labor issues, and regarding maintenance inside the warehouse, and also after delivery to the customers to their satisfaction. These
Sir, please conclude.
Okay, I will just quickly round up. These are the masters or digitized masters like crop year creation, commodity master, warehouse management, godown management, stack management, tariff management. Everything is done at the head office. These are the modules. It is being maintained at the warehouse level. Space reservation, internal movement, gunny management, asset management. These are all made at the level of all these registers which were managed, prepared manually, now being entered in the computer system. We can get all the reports in a click of the button. All these reports, we need not enter into a manual register, but we can get all these reports in the warehouse. The warehouse can see their own report. At the head of which we can also see warehouse our report. So this is the initial page, that is the home page of the website, and this is the dashboard of the warehouse, dashboard of the warehouse, where you can see the leave depositors and negotiable warehouse receipt and non-negotiable warehouse receipt. By issuing negotiable warehouse receipt, the customers can take loan by giving it place in the banks. So that is the best thing. And all our warehouses, we have got registered in the Warehouse Development and Regulatory Authority. 18 warehouses have been registered under WDRA, which is like a ISO certification. We are the only state government agency to get that certification from WDRA. So we will be getting all the warehouses registered under WDRA. And this is the depositors detail in a warehouse. We can see what is the, on which basis, who are the depositors. We can, everything is in the dashboard. From head office you can see, and from the warehouse level, they can also see everything is recorded. All things are digitized, and we can see everything from head office also. This is the miller details of warehouse. One is the customer who have deposited. This is the, and customer may have brought the commodities from different mills. We will have the details of miller also here.
Sir, please conclude.
Sir, 1 minute, sir. So this is the go down view of a warehouse. If you click the go down, then we will go to the next page where we can see the compartment. If you click the compartment, we can go to the stack. Everything is visible here. Here the stack history, all the stacks and stack history details are available in this warehouse, in this website. And lorry weighment register, it is also available in the, and stock position warehouse. In the, this is the stock position of different godowns in one warehouse. Then we can also know about the storage loss statement in a warehouse.
Sir, sorry to interrupt you. I'd request you to please conclude now.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. So we are planning to get it also integrated with the Tally, electronic web language, FCI DOS, WDR, and also with SMS and email. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Jaina, sir, very exhaustive and comprehensive presentation covering all the aspects of warehousing in your state. Do you have some policy of private participation in to augment the storage capacity to meet the future demands?
Sir, we don't have that system. Earlier, there is a PG scheme, Private Entrepreneur Guarantee Scheme. So 5 days back, we had a meeting with the Chief Secretary. We had made a presentation before the Chief Secretary and Development Commissioner. So this is in the proposal stage. It has not been finalized, but we will be shortly finalizing the PP mode of augmentation of warehouses by inviting private entrepreneurs, sir.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Otherwise,
sir.
perfect.
Sir, is there any quantification of improvement in terms of loss reduction by when you implemented this project? Any
Yes,
data?
sir. Yes, sir. Sir, earlier we had made an analysis. Earlier, the loss position was more than 0.35, and for which FCI and Civil Supply Corporation has they have deducted the amount of more, which is more than 0.35. So for the last 1 year, we have seen it is within the limit stipulated and prescribed limit of 0.35%. It has not crossed that 0.35 stipulation. So that is a great achievement. So now we are not getting any deduction of our bill from the Civil Supply Corporation or from Food Corporation of India. So it is within the stipulated prescribed limit of 0.35.
Because of reports, the things are crystal clear to the upper management as well. The losses were occurring, and now they can see at least.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Myself, superintendent engineer of the Tamil Nadu Water Resource Department, in charge of taken over as a pumping project. So this is the western part of Tamil Nadu, covering 3 districts: Coimbatore, Tirupur, and Iro districts. So these districts are generally drought prone. Even though the average annual rainfall of Tamil Nadu stands at 920 mm, but this particular region, rainfall is ranging from 400 to 450 mm. That too, intermittent drought is happening. So once in 10 years, in 2 years, 10 years, 2 years, continuous drought. Number 2 is Coimbatore, Tirupur, Iro are industrial cities, wherein increase in sectoral demand is keep on increasing, exponentially increasing day by day. So urbanization, industrialization, all taking place in this area. Again, since the rainfall is lesser and the drought prone, then more exploitation of groundwater is happening. So all drafting is being done. So as on today, if we see the groundwater level, it lies more than 1,000 feet, 1,100, 1,500. That is 300 meters, 400 meters, 450 meters. And the Coimbatore region is, we can say, famous for groundwater. Interface are there in Coimbatore. It is a convenient for the farmers and public to boreholes and pumping. Then again, the rural area, so all these project areas located in rural community, rural farming community. So due to scarcity of water and water stress in the same context, then agriculture people are moving towards some industries or some other cities even around Coimbatore, even. So migration of farming community taking place for the past 20 years. That is one. And again, another problem is acute water scarcity for livestock and cattle population. So since it is an agrarian part of that region, so farmers are taking agriculture as a profession as well as some rearing cattle and livestock for the livelihood. So that is one point. And right from the year 1960, there is a persistent demand from the farmers and public to give some water supply arrangements for irrigation in this area. And for the past 20 years, so people start demanding in an aggressive way by creating some agitation, all those things. So after 40 to 50 years of this context, 2019, government of Tamil Nadu has formulated one pumping project for this area. So River Bhavani is a tributary of Kaveri. So after fulfilling all the commitments of Bhavani River Basin, before the confluence with Kaveri, that is downstream of Nancy and Manikat called Kalingra and Manikat. So this Kalingra and Manikat is a World Heritage structure, recently awarded with some that accolade in Morocco. So it was constructed some 800 years back with some irrigation systems as well. So after that, Kalingra and Manikat, we have put up one diverse structure and we are pumping around 1.5 TMC per annum. So 1.5 TMC is limited to 250 cubics for 70 days. It's almost maximum 3 months of the season. So this water is basically a flood water, surplus water from Bhavani Basin. So it is, we are not diverting the entire surplus water of Bhavani. It is only part of the surplus water. For example, if we take the last year, so 26 TMC was the first, and before that 32 TMC. This year, as on today, more than 20 TMC. So out of 20, 1.5, out of 16, 1.5, out of 32, 1.5. So this is a very meager quantity is being lifted. So we have system configuration with 6 numbers of composers, series composers. So the total lifting height will be around 260 meters of physical lift. So we have some 8 pumps in each composer, 6 standing and 2 standby. So total power consumption is 32.5 megawatt. And the entire project is made with underground pipeline network system. So we have 1,064 kilometers in total length, in which the raising main, that is composed 1 to the tail end is 106, and all feeder line, feeder mine distribution network comprises 958. So totally 1,064 kilometers in total length. So the project investment is, as on today, it is 1756 crores, fully funded by the government of Tamil Nadu and the state fund. So what we are doing is we are pumping 1.5 TMC per annum, and we are supplying water to 1,045 numbers of tanks, ponds located in this area. So 32 tanks are major tanks comes into the WRD, and the Panchayat unit is 42, and village ponds tanks come. So totally 1,045 tanks. So through this 1,045 tanks and groundwater reacher, so almost 25,000 acres land is irrigation land is getting benefited. So all for stabilization of the irrigation and agriculture. So that is the main. So all these tanks are rainfed tanks actually. So there is no system tanks available in this area. No river is connecting. No any irrigation facilities are not available. So this is the first time we are giving, we are augmenting and we are complementing some irrigation supply to those 1,045 tanks, and we are irrigating this entire project area. So if you see the picture, so left side is the Western Ghats. It's the Nilgiri mountain. It's a biologically sensitive zone. So that's the catchment. Then below that, Bhavani Sal reservoir is there. Below Bhavani Sal reservoir, Bhavani river is flowing and confluence with the Kaveri river. So before the confluence point of Kaveri, we put the compost 1 at Bhavani and compost 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So up to that Karamada place, it is 105 kilometers. So this is the project area we are supplying. So north part of this project area covers with some irrigation projects like Lower Bhavani project, all those things, and southern part also covered with Minorities basin. So in between this basin ridge is rain shaded area for which we are doing this project. So this is the arrangement. So we put across one weir, that is a cross weir about 1.5 meters to make a pool. And compost 1 is located on the banks of the river Bhavani, where we pick the water. So this is the, so this Bhavani river is goes in joins with Kaveri, just 750 meters below this newly constructed area. So this is the general arrangements of the compost. We have 6 composts of a similar nature, similar type. So all vertical turbine pumps, all German technology. And these are the compost and the electrical switch gears and the programmable logic and this automation part. This is there. And the uniqueness of the project is, as already told, this is the first pumping project established in Tamil Nadu. So before 2017, we were only thinking of irrigation through gravity only. So I think the organizing project is the first pumping project we have formulated to lift the water from surplus river basin to the drought prone areas of Tamil Nadu. So second one, as today morning we have presented one Metu Sarabanga is the second pumping project, which is under construction. So this is also an ongoing project. So the next one, In the history of WRD, this is the first major project being executed under design, build, operate, and method. We can say EPC as well, engineering, procurement, construction, North India. It's basically a turnkey project. So the project will be executed by L&T construction. So 3 years period for execution and another 5 years for warranty. So totally 8 years it is a project. So food development, land acquisition, procurement of all materials, design, engineering part, everything comes under the same package. So third one is the entire project is underground pipeline system. So network is totally below the ground level. So you are taking pipeline below 4 feet below the average ground level, that is 1.2 meters. Out of 1,064 kilometers, so all government lands mainly, so Nehai and major district road, rural district roads, other district roads, even panchayat roads, village roads, out of which 1 or 2 kilometers passes through private quota lands, wherein we have obtained right of use for the laying of pipeline. So we are laying the pipeline just below the ground level, 1.2 meters. In that part, farmers can do continue their agriculture, even paddy, everything, so everything they can do. So we are not acquiring the land, we are getting the permission for using the land for pipeline laying. That is the thing. So we call it ROU. So just like the pipeline for petroleum and other products. So we are putting this pipeline system for this drinking water and the irrigation supply as well. And another thing is this entire pumping project is fully automated. So I think it's manual here. So we can have manual operation as well, but basically it is fully automated with telemetry and SCADA. So SCADA is nothing but the supervised control and data acquisition. So every compose and every network and every outlet management system for the delivery is governed by the automation. And so water being delivered to the all 1,045 tanks and ponds through outlet management system, which is also integrated and fully automated. So this is the unique project, we can say. And technology and equipment wise, we have adopted the latest available technology as on today. So all pumps are German companies called Velo. It's a vertical turbine source manufactured in Pune. And the motors are mountain wheels in West Bengal and Bhopal. And electrical switchgear is all KZ ground over here, Germany. And the automation all came from Israel guys or Vermont. So entire automation, software, SCADA, everything they were supplied. And outlet management system also integrated with Israel group, the Vermont. So whatever the latest technology available, we have brought into this technology right now here. And so challenges means, so in every public infrastructure development projects, there are always challenges. Likewise, we have also some challenges while execution. So while planning, so land acquisition and getting right of use is a big issue, similar to other projects. But however, with the good support and rapport of the district administration of all 3 districts, so we have completed all the LA and right of use for the entire project. So number 1. So number 2, our pipeline system, that is 2,700 mm pipe is crossing 2 expressways. That is NH 544, which is Salem Kuching National Highway, with is about 70 to 73 meters. So we cannot cut open the expressway right now. So what we are doing is we put some underground horizontal direction drilling and pushing method. So just like tunnel boring. So we cannot use TBM. So TBM is a very small project to bring some TBM machines as well. So that's why we just like the old method drilling in plastic, we cannot use plastic as well. So we cannot do plastic. So only the kind of drilling methods. So miniature model equipments and sophisticated equipments. And L&T has got some sophisticated equipments from Mumbai and other countries as well. So we met all these challenges like this while crossing the Nahai. And similarly, we put enormous difficulty in crossing the railways as well. So we have 5 numbers of railway crossings. So railway is the Coimbatore Chennai main corridor. So below the ground level, we have put some drilling arrangements and the pushing methods. So that is there. And similarly, we have like LBP canal and Kali canal, which is running almost 10 months in a year. So no working season is hardly 1.5 months. So for which we just put the pipes over the canal system. So the 2 locations is there. And of course, maybe it's a technical challenge, but we can manage it very comfortably. Another one is the MS pipes are 2,200 and direct rising main is possible through hard state. So hard state in the sense, if it is a rural area, we can go for blasting. But in urban areas, and it passes through some villages, so we cannot do blasting as we thought of. So we introduced the controlled blasting as well as chemical blasting. So we use chemicals for blasting. So there is a time consuming and hectic activity. But anyway, we completed it successfully. Another thing is we have passing through the.
So sorry to interrupt you. In another 1 minute, just try to conclude the presentation, sir.
So swampy agriculture field for which we have put some anti-flotation blocks as well. So casing and anti-flotation as well. And also the town limits we are crossing. So traffic is heavy and working hours is very limited. So we have some arrangements like this. So scalability of the benefits is we can bring some major remunerative crops like turmeric, banana, tapioca in this project. So that is the one. And 1/3 of the area is now it is not irrigated, it's a gap area. So we can fulfill this gap area as well. So roughly about more than 300 villages, rural villages there, and drinking water supply livestock, and about 5 lakh people are there living in both common public and as well as the farmers. And there are more than 200 micro industries, micro medium industries, especially the agro processing industries are there. So we can supplement the water supply to this. Then overall, by and large, appreciation is land is getting increased. So before we start the project, land cost will be around 8 lakh per acre. Now it is 20-25 lakh per acre. So it is an indirect way of enhancing the socio-economic status of the local community. And of course, microclimate of the region will also improve. Another thing is we can shift the reverse migration of farmers to the other areas. That is one. And also we can generate agricultural laborers in this area. So this is the project we have, and we have learned some lessons as well. So Tamil Nadu being the water stressed state in India, maybe one of the most water stressed state in India. So we have ample scope and opportunity to establish more pumping projects like this, utilize the surplus waters to the drought-prone area of the Tamil Nadu state, in the south part of Tamil Nadu, the eastern part, so anywhere. So that is the thing. And we have some future plan as well for this project. So instead of groundwater recharge, so we are thinking of utilizing the pumped water to the maximum optimization model as community micro irrigation by directly supplying water of this 1.8. Another thing is to promote green energy initiatives and also to make this pumping project economically self-sustainable. So we have formulated one proposal to establish 33 megawatt captive solar power plant. For example, if you are running compost of 3 months mix, we can adjust power to power from the TNEB. And remaining 9 months, we are supplying power to the TNEB. We are getting revenue for this project, and we utilize that revenue for the wind down of the project. So we may not get money from the government in future. So we can self-sustainable. So that is the future interventions we have proposed. So this is the brief overview about this pumping project. Right now, 96% is completed and 4% remaining. And hopefully, within a couple of months, we will be able to complete it. And before this December, we will commission the project in the next step. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Excellent and outstanding work, sir. In fact, your project has empowered farmers community in a big way, and it has revolutionized agriculture there. Do you have some idea that by how much the farmers' income have gone up pre and post this project?
Yeah, yes, sir. Well, sir, and we have made some documentation regarding socio-economic status of the farmers as well as the groundwater study. And IIT Madras is our technical partner for this project. They have done an extensive study on groundwater, the present context, and the expected groundwater recharge in this area. And economy, it is very actually, it is not simply agriculture. Many of the families are solely dependent on agriculture, and some families with cattle, livestock, and other peripheral, some micro industries. This is everything. So it is a mixed and heterogeneous community, we can say. So we have made some documentations as well. We can share with the details, sir. It's a very big documentation. We will share it separately. Thank you so much.
Sir, do you have any information regarding why this project was conceived? I mean, capacity-wise, is there any study has been done? Because we have already seen 3 projects or similar in nature in Tamil Nadu. So, what is the basis of your this project?
Exactly, sir. We have studied hydraulic study based on the data of 40 years. So last 40 years we have studied the rainfall, inflow, surplus to the Kaveri. But actually, this river Bhavani is a tributary of Kaveri, so it has its own riparianess, downward riparianess. So we cannot simply divert the entire surplus water of Bhavani. So after fulfilling the commitment of Bhavani sub-basin, so we are tapping the part just 1.5 TMC out of 20 TMC or 1.5 out of 25, so we are taking. So without affecting the lower riparian rates of the Kaveri system in Tamil Nadu, so we are just tapping 1.5 TMC. So all based on the actual data for the past 40. So up to I think it is after 1970 we have calculated. So we worked out the average annual yield as per the 70 teams in the entire basin, and after fulfilling all commitments, only the part is being lifted. That is there. Also, another thing is we have engaged WAPOS as the advisory to this project management consultant to this project as transaction advisory services. So they are doing all the design parameters, evaluation, everything is there. And they are also acting as a third-party quality consultant for our WID. And IIT Madras, Anna University, and some other universities and agencies, including Central Water Function, is also giving some technical support. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Good efforts.
Kaveri Basin in Tamil Nadu has a largest area of agricultural land in Tamil Nadu, and it is significant contributor to total national agricultural output. It is the only major river and perennial flowing through Tamil Nadu and Puducherry. Now this is being known as Grand Area of Peninsular India. Upper Anaket 177 km from Mettur, and then river splits into two branches. Southern branch retains parent name Kaveri. Northern branch called as Gulf Road, which traverses 165 km length and continues into Bay of Bengal at Palayar of Nagapattinam district. No new dams, reservoirs could be constructed in place. So barrage is proposed to store water, avoid seawater intrusion. Hence, this project barrage being constructed across River Kalroad in Adharu Kumaramangalam at Nagapattinam and Kadalur districts. The floodwater occur in River Kaveri being diverted through River Kalroad, and this water, after meeting the needs of lower Anaket, drained into sea as waste. Since no irrigation structure are in existence at the downstream of lower Anaket, to store this flood water, a barrage across River Kalroad with lead splits at about 11 km downstream of lower Anaket between the villages Adharu and Kumaramangalam in Kadalur and Nagapattinam district is proposed. By implementing this scheme, a part of water flowing into the sea will be stored at the Ayakats and North and Kansahib and South Rajam will be stabilized. The water stored in the new barrage can be diverted to North Rajam and the South Rajam channels to stabilize it now. 22,633 acres in 38 villages in Kadalur and Mayiladuthurai will be benefited. Challenges faced during the execution. There are a lot of challenges right from design, planning, budgeting, management. Each stage there are many challenges, but the major are time, money, and specification. With money, just as every project, overall project is managed within the budget. Approach road. Barrage location is situated in remote area, and there were no proper approach road to convey the materials to sites. To overcome this challenge, existing roads were strengthened and widened for easy transportation of materials to the barrage. For easy conveyance of materials, there is a necessity to form the approach road and between the both banks in the river. During flood time, frequently roads are done under due to washouts. Dewatering. There is a heavy seepage of groundwater in the river Kalroad because the water level met with normally at 0.5 meter below the bed level. Because of that, the cutoff was provided using the diaphragm wall technology for speedy completion of the foundation works. During the raft foundation, the multi-stage well point dewatering arrangements were provided to control the groundwater seepage flood. These are the techniques we have adopted during the execution of the barrage work. These are the raft foundation, dewatering arrangement, earthwork, steel fabrication, and concreting. Challenges faced during the execution because of flood. River Kalron serves as a flood area of Kaveri River. There will be a heavy flood in the Kalron River during the monsoon period. During the period, construction activity to be completed, stopped, and need to mobilize the equipment from river to safest location. After that, we have to resume the activities by again forming copper dam and approach roads. Priority was given to complete the foundation work. Next one is COVID pandemic. As well as we all know, COVID created adverse impact on all parts of the world. Due to lockdown, construction materials supply get affected. Movement of many skilled laborers were restricted. Solution we are adopted. Special permission were obtained from the district collector to resume the works. COVID-19 standard protocols were strictly followed in the site to ensure to safety of labor. Accommodation and food arrangements were provided to laborers in order to speed up the work progress of works. Next one is uniqueness of the parent. To control the groundwater seepage, diaphragm wall technique used for construction of cutoff walls. The barrage length is 1,604.40 meter with 80 wells with energy dissipation arrangements. One of the largest barrage in Kaveri Basin. Road bridge with 7.5 meter provided to connect the remote villages of Kadalur and Nagapattinam district. 1,58,480 cubic feet of concreting here we have used for this barrage work. 8,600 metric ton reinforcement were utilized. 300 metric ton of cement and 75 metric ton of reinforcement were used per day. Maximum 1,700 cubic feet of concrete were using boom placer assumed per day. Next one is benefits of the barrage. After implementing of the projects, the stabilization of 22,633 acres added through North Rajan, South Rajan, and Kansai channel of 38 villages in Kadalur, Nagapattinam, and Vayanadu districts will be benefited. It is for stabilizing existing ayakut only. Stabilization of 307 adjoining wells which serves 4,411 acres of land. Storage capacity is 0.334 TMC. Inclusion of seawater prevented. Two numbers of because in Tanjore district will be improved from overexploited to critical. Transportation to farm products and public transportation will be improved. Additional income from pisciculture and tourism will be got. Thank you, sir. If any question, please ask. These are
Thank
here,
you,
I
sir.
see.
Thank you, sir. Very good project.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent. I have no specific question to ask. Excellent work.
Yes.
Sir, what is the basis for implementation of this project? Is there any study been done, or what is? How could you start this, and what so that the maximum benefit could be used from this project?
Maximum benefit is this is only for stabilization of ayakut. 22,633 acres in 38 villages of 2 districts. Number one. Number two is there is lot of infiltration wells in Kulron, in Quad Board, in Tamil Nadu Water Supply and Drainage Board. There are lot of infiltration wells. Nearly 100 infiltration wells in Kulron. There are 60 district people are check the water to supply water to the needy peoples. Mainly this only. Next one is seawater inclusion. Seawater inclusion.
That is correct. You are telling me the benefits. I'm just want to understand what was the genesis. Is there any studying being done so that this project is being constructed?
Yes, sir. Study already done in the hydrology department, sir.
So your state government has done this study?
State government. Yes, sir. State government in study. IHH Pundi.
Okay. Since the water to your state is coming from other state, is it the water coming from the other state, or the water is coming only from your state?
Yes, sir. Other states, sir. Other state.
So So
It's origin from Kaveri, Kaveri
If-
water only.
since the water is this is related for more than one state, so any central level study has been also done.
So it is for the water only Kaveri water taken from Brahmagiri Hills and let into Mettur Dam and then diverted into Upper Aniket and then Lower Aniket. From Lower Aniket, this barrage is constructed below 12 kilometers. Not, this is Dayland barrage. Only
Okay.
surplus water taken for this barrage. Already study has been done. IIT has been done the study.
Okay. Oh, so this Central Water Commission is also involved in this?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Good scheme.
Thank you, sir.
I am Geeta, executive engineer, in charge for this construction of new regulator across south and north arms of Kulrun River at Communicable in Trichy district, sir, from Tamil Nadu. We are telling about go through about river Kaveri. Here we are mentioning river Kulrun. So before that, I want to brief about river Kaveri. It's an interstate river, but is also is a lifeline of our states. So it originates at Brahmagiri Hills in Talakaveri, Karnataka state. It flows along the 320 kilometers in Karnataka. After that, it will enter into Tamil Nadu. So we are unfortunately we are having only one storage structure at Mettur Dam, having capacity of 93.5 TMC. After that, the Mettur Dam, we don't have any structures. We are having only regulating structures because the river Kaveri flows into plains. So river slope is also only 1,300. So we cannot. Is there no possibility to construct any barrages, any storage structures across river Kaveri? So regulating structures we are doing, sir. From Mettur to Communicable, it's close around 177 kilometers below the Mettur Dam. Upper Aniket. Here, river Kaveri is splits into 3 parts. So the village name is also mentioned. The river Communicable. Communicable means in Tamil. Communicable means 3 horns. Here, yes, this is the index map of river Kaveri. First one is Kaveri. Middle part is South Kulrun and north part is North Kulrun. Here, river Kaveri is bifurcates into 3 parts. So, river one part, right side, retain its own name, river Kaveri. Then, South Kulrun and North Kulrun. These are acting as a flood area. River Kaveri is the only source for supplying irrigation to delta areas. The delta Kaveri delta also starts from here only. Main purpose for constructing this regulator is before 200 years in ancient days, our people are constructing some mud forum arrangements through river Kulrun, because the flow automatically goes through Kulrun river only, sir. Due to the continuous flow, the bed level will erode, so automatically flows through river Kulrun. So some difficulties to get the river Kaveri. Continuous silt up will also take at Kaveri. So irrigation supply could not be possible to river Kaveri. So ancient days, our people construct some Korombo arrangements across Kulrun to divert the water to river Kaveri. But during flood times, it will automatically wash up and face many difficulties to get the water. So in year 1836, Aniket was constructed across river Kulrun. After construction of river some Aniket across river Kulrun, water is headed up and diverted to river Kaveri. So, it serves around 182 years. During 2018 flood, our Metur influences only southwest monsoons. So after 182 years of service, the structure will collapse at the time during the year 2018. So immediately we have met problems in starvation rises at the Kaveri Delta. So overcome this issue, immediately we can do some temporary arrangements to divert the water to River Kaveri. But for replacing the structure, we are doing a new regulator across River Kaveri. Sorry, River Kondru. Yeah, this is the delta map. Communicable starts at 170 kilometers from Metur Reservoir. So main purpose is to head up the water and divert the water to River Kaveri for stabilizing the height of 12 lakh acres in Kaveri Delta districts. It is around 8 districts and 1 crore 50,000 people will benefit, sir. During monsoon, during heavy flood time, the structure also acts as a flood moderator. The excess flood will automatically go to River Kondru. So the Trichy and Srirangam. Srirangam is one of the famous town. The Vaishnava temple, Sri Ranganath temple is located in Srirangam temple. River Kaveri and Kondru surrounded the Srirangam town. So whenever water will, flood water will come through River Kaveri, the Srirangam will every time it will affected by flood water. So after constructing the regulator, it will now they are giving safeguard. We are safeguarding the towns Trichy and Srirangam. Throughout the river course, number of irrigation water pumping schemes are located. So for giving drinking water supply for around 20 districts and 5 crore population gets benefit from River Kondru. So the structure across River Kondru is very essential and inevitable. Construction of new regulator. We are constructing the new regulator just 75 meters downstream of the existing one. We are just replacing the structure only. The hydraulic function and everything is the same. These are the components. Benefits of the regulators: disposal of lead water, 12.58 acres of delta districts will be stabilized. Storage capacity. So to detect the water at River Kondru regulator, we have stored some quantum of water, 0.30 to 5 TMC will stored. Fisheries enhances fishery development of tourism. Public movement, both side, one right side, Trichy to Karur highways is placed, and in left side, Salem to Trichy road is there. So every day, people, local people, school students, and everyone, hundreds of people crossing from right to left. So this after constructing this regulator, we are providing single line bridge across the regulator, so people can easily move from the Salem side to Trichy. Improvements of groundwater and potable. This is the cross section of our hydraulic structure, newly constructed structure. Problems, challenges faced during execution. Yes, River Kaveri is a perennial source, so continuous flow in the River Kaveri in all season, both southwest, north, so even during non-seasonal periods also some minimum linear flow will go through River Kaveri. So water table is located even 0.5 meter below the ground level. We are providing our project. We are providing pile foundations, pile foundation. So every pile will socket it through hard rock data. Connecting the piles, we are providing pile caps. So pile caps is just 6 meters below the riverbed level. So here during the construction time, the dewatering is a major issue for us. Initially, we are doing some storing arrangements for doing the spike cap arrangement. It will take around 1 month for completing 1 year. So we are after doing 6 to 8 files packets by using storing arrangement. Then we will switch over to some other alternative dewatering systems like open dewatering, combined dewatering system. So we can easily overcome this dewatering issues. Yes, COVID pandemic, 2019, we have started the work immediately during May, during the month of May. COVID pandemic severely affected our project progress of our project. Then multiple release of red water. Unfortunately, we are having successful past 2 years, we are successfully getting monsoon releases. So during southwest monsoon, flood will release through our control regulator only. During northeast monsoon, local rain will come and release through our control regulator. During non-season period, minimum supply of water like 1,000 cubics, 2,000 cubics for fulfill the needs of local people's drinking water purpose. So continuously some flow will go through our regulator. During that time, we are forming some approach road every time that will washed away. So this is the main so constraint to our stoppage of our site activities, public movement, and everything was affected. We are at that time we are focusing about allied works, parallel works to complete the project. Uniqueness of a regulator. Here normally anticipate we are suggesting floating foundation, but in our project considering the previous one, we are providing pile foundation. Average depth of pile is 20 meters, and every pile is socketed hard around 2 meters. Then cutoff wall, we are doing a diaphragm wall technique is one of technique. Reinforcement, water retaining structure below ground level. Paneling. Then stilling basin arrangement for uplifting to control the uplifting of uplift pressure, and energy dissipating arrangement also we are provided. Increasing the floor length, 39 meter totally 39 meter floor length we are providing. High strength concrete from M20 to M35 grade of concrete we have used. Also epoxy coated bars for anti-corrosive bars are used in the foundation works. Yeah, in first time we are providing vertical hydraulic system for shutter arrangements. This vertical hydraulic system operated through SCADA with RMAC. Generally, we are providing SCADA. We know about SCADA. Here we are integrating the SCADA with RMAC. So fully automation will doing by using the software. Single point operating system we are providing. Apart from SCADA and RMAC, we are providing electrical operating, generator operated and manual operated. So 3 types of operation we are providing here. Through our RMAC system, we get water level by using sensor, height of opening is shutter, discharge in the river, hourly data, monthly data, yearly data we will get. We are part of common bund between river Kaveri and Kolru. We are strengthening and widening the bund and forming a road to enhancing tourism. The discharge also improved from 2.7 lakh cubics to 2.83 lakh cubics. Outcome of the project is there is no regulator across the river Kolru. We could not imagine the Kaveri Delta systems. Every water will release through river Kaveri, inundation problem, and the entire operation system of the Kaveri Delta will be collapsed. So this structure is very important across river Kolru. By using new technologies which are available, present availability, so we are doing this project. We are almost completed the project. So by using new technologies like SCADA and RMAC, we can get the details. Discharging details, hourly data, and the yearly data, so everything we will get. by using this data, we can analyze and studies for future where any other new structures will be constructed across River Road. This may lead some important studies for future developments. So we are doing our project to serving another 2 centuries. So with this benefit means these benefits are incalculable and it will benefit future generation. So this is our project, sir. Thank you for everyone. So any questions, sir?
Madam, thank you.
Members.
Excellent work. But I just want to know whether the entire regulatory structure, which were there when 182 years old, which you have told, has that entire been replaced or some part has been replaced?
No, sir. Entirely replaced, sir. Entirely replaced.
Entirely.
We are doing new regulator across River Road, sir. Just downstream of existing ones, sir.
Okay, so the and now there is no 182-year-old building no more there. You have replaced the entire building of regulatory.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That was only my query.
No, sir. It's not a building, sir. It's a regulator, sir.
Okay.
So, ma'am, this means that the full regulator have been replaced. So, how what is the expected life of now the new regulator?
So 200 years, sir. We are expecting. We are doing this one, sir. Project is done by L&T. All new technologies and high strength of concrete, everything we are adopting in this project, sir. So we hope it will serve another 200 years, sir.
Okay. So, is there any study that after maybe 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, that the quantity of water will increase, decrease, or?
It's all already designed based on past 70 years, 100 years records, sir. So we are discharging for 4.56 lakh cubics of water discharged to at the upper records, sir. At Kaveri, through Kaveri, 1.8 lakhs cubics will be discharged, sir. Through River Kodrun, 2.83 lakhs cubics of water will be discharged, sir. So these are arrived from past data, sir. Past 100 years data. So just we are replacing the structure. Everything was already studied, was.
Okay, it's very nice to hear that a lot of work is being done in Tamil Nadu because the water scare state. Thank you very much for enlightening us.
Thank you, sir.